Hi everyone, and welcome to Marchborns tutorials. In this video, I'll show you how to use the Student Planner in Google Sheets to stay on top of your tasks, assignments, and deadlines. This planner is designed to help you organize your classes, track projects, and manage your study schedule all in one place. This student planner is available in two stunning styles: a modern dark mode and a clean light mode, so you can choose what best suits your style. Let's dive in and explore how you can fully customize your student planner to fit your classes, study habits, and personal schedule. First things first, if you come across a message saying the spreadsheet is protected, don't worry. You can't edit it, and that's okay. Just click on Cancel, and you're good to go. At the bottom of your screen is where all of our tabs are. These tabs include the instructions, setup, dashboard, course planner, class planner, extracurricular, weekly schedule, assessment planner, calendar, task tracker, budget, contact, book and reading list, and habit tracker. First, let's review Instruction tab. This tab is about step-by-step instructions for the template and template information. Next, Setup tab, which is connected with all tabs in the sheet. So if you wish to change any of the drop-downs, come here and edit it. This sheet is super flexible. It accepts all currencies. Select currency of your choice from the drop-down. I am in US, so I am selecting dollar currency. If you can't find currency in drop-down, you can go to Edit drop-down and add your currency symbol or contact us for help. We are happy to help. Now, let's add the academic start year. For example, if you're a second-year student, enter 2024. If you're just beginning your first year, enter 2025. Simply type the year your academic journey begins here. Next, enter your academic finish year here. Now, scroll down to fill in all your courses, grades, and grade points. For this example, I'll use a BSc in Computer Science degree with an academic start year of 2024. Here, I'll list all the course or subject names that will be studied over the 4 years. Next, I'll enter the grades and their corresponding grade points. You can use whichever grading system applies to your course or university. Next, we have the Assessment tab drop-down. This is where the options for the Assessment tab are generated. Here, you can add different assessment types such as assignment, exam, project, and quiz. I've already listed these examples. After that, define the duration categories. For instance, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, or 3 hours. Next is the Class Planner tab dropdowns. Here, you'll enter the class type. Let me add some examples here: lecture, lab, tutorial, online, workshop, or on-field. Then, in the class format section, enter whether the class is offline, online, or hybrid. In the same way, fill in the class type and format for extracurricular activities. For instance, class types could be sports, creativity, music, dance, or programming, while the class formats could be on-ground, online, or offline. Next, we have the status categories. These are used across all tabs wherever a status dropdown appears. Enter your status options here, for example, not started, in progress, on hold, or canceled. Next is the Task Categories dropdown, which is used in the Task Tracker tab. Here, you can create your own categories. For example, study, personal, friends, and university. And that's it. We're done setting up the template. Don't worry if you forget something or miss an entry. You can always come back here anytime and update the dropdowns. Next, we'll explore the course and GPA planner. Start by entering your degree name and duration here. This template supports up to 6 years for any degree, with 4 semesters per year. For example, if your degree follows 2 semesters per year, you can use these 2 tables. If your program has 3 trimesters per year, then use the 3 tables instead. You can fully customize this section based on the number of semesters or trimesters in your degree. Similarly, adjust the years if your degree is 2 years long. fill in 2 years of tables. If it's a 6-year degree, make use of all the tables provided. You can hide any additional rows or columns by selecting them, right-clicking, and choosing Hide. A pop-up will appear. Just click OK, and that row or column will be hidden. Similarly, to unhide, click on the small arrows that appear where the rows or columns are hidden. A pop-up will appear. Click OK, and the row or column will be visible again. I've already prepared an example here. The courses are divided into 2 semesters per year for a 4-year BSc in computer science degree. So I've entered the course names for the first semester here, the second semester here, the third semester here, and so on, up to the 8th semester. I've labeled the years as freshman, sophomore, and so on, but you can edit these as you like. You might prefer to simply write first year, second year, third year, and fourth year. It's completely up to you. Now, let's look at the course planner table. The first column is a checkbox. Tick this once you've completed the course. This ensures the course is counted in your grade and GPA calculations. The second column is for the course name. Select the course you'll be studying in semester 1 from the drop-down list. Next, in the program column, enter the program name, which is the general category of the course. After that, enter the course credits. In the requirement column, specify if this course is mandatory, elective, or any other requirement. Finally, once the course is completed and you've received your grade, enter the grade here and mark the status as passed. Until then, you can set the status to in progress if you're currently studying the course, and leave it blank for future courses that haven't started yet. The total courses and total credits are automatically calculated based on the course names and the credits you've entered. The GPA is also auto-calculated from the grades you receive. This chart here displays your yearly progress, showing which courses are completed and which are still remaining. Finally, you have the remarks section, where you can add any notes or comments related to your courses. And that concludes our walkthrough of the Course Planner tab. Next, let's dive into the Class Planner tab. The top section is fully automated and displays today's classes, the next upcoming class with its time, tomorrow's classes, your total class hours, and the most frequent class type. Below that, you'll find a list of upcoming classes, along with a class count and a chart showing the breakdown of class types. This is the Class Planner table, where you'll record your class schedule. First, select the class name, then enter the professor's name and the class location. Next, choose the class type and format from the drop-down. After that, enter the start and end dates of the class, along with the start and end times. Finally, check the boxes for Monday through Sunday depending on which days the class is held, and add any notes if needed. Let's add an example to see how this works. From the drop-down, I'll select the class name data structures and algorithms. For the professor's name, I'll enter Professor Smith. The location is classroom number 10. The class type is lecture and the format is offline. The start date is June 16th and the end date is November 30th. The class runs from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and it's scheduled for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Similarly, the extracurricular activities planner works just like the class planner. The top section is the same, but instead of a class name, here you'll enter the activity name along with the contact person or group leader. Let's add an example to understand the table better. Suppose you're enrolled in basketball. The contact person is Coach Martin, and the location is Gym A. The activity type is sports, and the format is on ground. The start date is July 1st, 2024, and the end date is December 31st, 2028. The activity runs from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., and it's scheduled for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Next, let's dive into the Assessment Tracker Planner. This tab is designed to help you keep track of all types of assessments, whether it's assignments, projects, exams, or quizzes. Here's how the Assessment Tracker table works. In the first column, you can tick the box once the assessment is completed. Next, enter the assignment name. For example, Implement binary search algorithm. Then fill in a location, such as Lab 203. From the drop-down, select the type. Here it's assignment. Next, choose the related course, in this case data structures and algorithms. Update the status, for example in progress, and set the priority level, such as high. Enter the duration. Here it's 2 hours. Add the time and the due date, like August 5th, 2025. The sheet will automatically calculate how many days are left until the deadline. Once you've completed the assessment and received a grade, select it from the drop-down, for example, A. Finally, use the Notes column to add any important details, like use C++ for implementation. At the top of the assessment tracker, you'll see a summary section. This shows the total number of assignments, how many are completed, pending, due today, overdue, and even what's coming up tomorrow. It also highlights assignments by priority, so you know what needs your attention first. Below that is the main table, where all your upcoming assignments are listed. On the side, you'll find charts showing progress by assignment type, assignments by course, and your overall assessment progress. That's it for the assessment planner. Next, let's move on to the Task Tracker tab. Here, you'll enter tasks into the to-do list table. Start by adding the task name, then choose a category from the drop-down. Select the priority, update the status, and enter the start date and due date. The days left will calculate automatically. Finally, add notes if needed. Let's add an example. Suppose you're planning to study Chapter 2, Data Management System. In the Task Name column, write Chapter 2, Data Management System. For the category, select Study. Set the priority to High and the status to Not Started. Enter today's date as both the start and due date. The sheet will automatically calculate the days left. In the Note column, you can add something like Revise Key Concepts before class. At the top of the task tracker, you'll find an automated summary. It shows the total number of tasks, outstanding tasks, and your overall completion rate. You'll also see overdue tasks, tasks due today, and tasks due tomorrow, along with a breakdown of tasks by priority. At the bottom, there's a table of upcoming tasks, and alongside it, you'll find charts that display tasks by status, as well as task progress by category. This is the end of the Task Tracker tab. Now let's move on to 2 automated tabs, Weekly Schedule and Automated Calendar. First, let's look at the Weekly Schedule tab. This tab is fully automated. Simply select the week's start date by double-clicking the cell and choosing your date. Your weekly schedule will automatically populate, showing your classes, extracurricular activities, assessments, and tasks due on each day. You can also print your weekly schedule. To do this, select the schedule, click on the print icon, or press Ctrl+P. In the print settings, choose Current Sheet, set the page orientation to landscape, and adjust the scaling to fit to width. In the Calendar Planner, you can view all your assignments, tasks, events, and reminders in one place. To populate the calendar, start by selecting the month. Double-click and choose the date here, then select the week start day. The calendar will automatically update. To add events and reminders, use this table here. Enter the event or reminder name here and due date here. For example, let's add a class party on August 3rd. On the right side of the calendar, you can add your own icons to make the calendar more visual. To do this, click on a cell, go to Insert Image in Cell. Remember, the image must be placed in the cell. If it's placed over the cell, it won't populate in the calendar. Another option is to use emojis. Just press Windows+, and an emoji panel will appear. Select an emoji, and it will be added directly into the calendar cell. Just below, you'll see the Do Not Include option. If you don't want assessments, tasks, or reminders to appear in the calendar, simply select them here and they'll be excluded. Below that, there's a notes section where you can jot down any additional information or reminders. That concludes our 2 automated sheets. Next, let's move on to the budget planner. Now, let's explore what's inside the budget tracker. At the top, you'll find a quick link that takes you directly to the expense tracker. Below that are charts and graphs for a visual overview of your finances. Next, you'll see the financial summary table, which is fully automated. Below it is the income and savings summary table, and alongside it, you'll find the expense summary, semester summary, and debt summary tables. Scrolling further down, you'll reach the expense tracker section, along with a summary that shows your top to least expenses. Let's add a few examples to see how the budget sheet works in practice. First, double-click and select the month here. Let's select August 1st, 2025 from calendar. Under the income categories, I'll enter money from parents, budgeted at $9,000. Scholarship, $2,000. Gift from relatives, $500. Part-time job, $1,000. You can, of course, add your own categories. For this example, the actual received amount is the same as the planned budget. Next, under the savings categories, I'll add movie fund, $200. Party fund, $200. Field trip fund, $200. Books fund, $200. Now, let's move on to expense categories. Here are some common examples with their budgets. Groceries, $500. Dining out, $500. Electricity, $400. Water, $200. Phone bill, $100. MS Office, $80. Internet, $100. Transit, metro, bus, $200. Home visit, $100. Printing and photocopy, $100. Clothing, $800. A library fee, $100. Medical and medicines, $500. For semester expenses, I'll add admission fees, $20,000. Hostel fees, $5,000. Registration fee, $1,000. Exam fee, $1,000. Here, you can also specify the semester length in months. This will automatically spread out your semester expenses into monthly amounts to balance your budget. If you don't want to track semester expenses, just leave it blank. Finally, under debt categories, if you have any, you can record them here. For example, student loan, $500. A loan from friend, $100. Now let's add actual expense transactions in Expense Tracker. First, select the date. For example, on August 1st, 2025, I'll add $200 for movie fund, $500 for groceries, $500 for clothing, $20,000 for admission fees, $5,000 for hostel fees. On August 2nd, 2025, I'll add $1,000 for registration fee. On August 3rd, 2025, $1,000 for exam fee. On August 4th, 2025, $500 for student loan. On August 5th, 2025, $100 for loan from friend. On August 6th, 2025, $1,000 for dining out. On August 7th, 2025, $500 for electricity. On August 8th, 2025, $200 for water. On August 9th, 2025, $100 for phone bill. On August 10th, 2025, $70 for MS Office. On August 11th, 2025, $100 for internet. On August 12th, 2025, $200 for transit, metro, or bus. On August 13th, 2025, I'll add multiple entries. $300 for home visit, $100 for printing and photocopy, $100 for library fee, $500 for medical and medicines, $200 for party fund, $200 for field trip fund, $200 for books fund. As you can see, each transaction is logged with a date, amount, category, and optional notes. Once you enter them, all the summary tables and charts in the budget planner update automatically. Here you can see the financial summary table has updated automatically. At the top, you'll notice the budget versus actual comparison for each category. Alongside, you have a clear expense breakdown chart and a semester expense chart to track how your spending aligns with your plan. Once the month ends, you can either reuse this template for the next month or simply delete the current month's entries and start fresh. To copy the template for a new month, just right-click the Budget tab, select Duplicate, and rename it for the new month. This way, your financial tracking remains organized month by month. Next is the Contact List tab. Here you can record all your important contacts along with their availability. Simply fill in the table with details such as the name, role or designation, phone number, email, and availability hours. This section helps you keep track of professors, group leaders, classmates, or any other important contacts you may need during your academic journey. Having everything in one place makes it quick and easy to connect whenever needed. Next is the Book and Reading Tracker tab. At the top, you'll see a summary section showing upcoming return books, books grouped by class, and a chart of books by status. Below, you can record all your books, whether purchased or borrowed, and easily track their details. Simply enter the book name, the class it relates to, the author, and the status. If the book is borrowed, enter the date it was borrowed along with the return date. For purchased books, just leave the return date blank. The tracker will automatically calculate the days left until it's due. You can also enter the price of the book and add any notes if needed. For example, let's add a borrowed book. Book name, Data Analytics Essentials, class, Big Data, author, Johnson, reading status, in progress, borrowed on August 1st, return date, August 20th. The tracker will automatically calculate the number of days left until it's due. Now, let's move to the last tab, which is the Habit Tracker Monthly. Just like the Budget Tracker, you can reuse it each month. Simply right-click the tab, select Duplicate to create a fresh copy, or delete the existing data and reuse the same sheet. Enter your daily habits in the table and check off the box each day. Your progress will be visualized automatically through charts. You'll also see a summary of your top 12 habits of the month displayed here. Next, go to the Dashboard tab, which is fully automated and shows you a summary of all other tabs. At the top section, you'll see the current year running, along with the number of days remaining until graduation or academic completion. Here you can also track the total courses completed, pending courses, total credits, remaining credits, and your GPA so far. The degree progress chart also reflects your GPA up to this point. Just below, you'll find a calendar view, along with an image section where you can upload an image. Simply go to the Image menu, choose either Oversell or In-Cell image, and upload your file. Below the calendar, you'll see your ongoing tasks, today's task list, and your overall task progress. Next, you'll find the Contact Search section. Here, you can select a name and quickly search for that person's contact details. Beside this, you'll see the Financial Overview Summary, which provides a snapshot of your income, spending, and the amount left to spend. Further along, you'll see upcoming classes and extracurricular activities. And just beside, you'll find your upcoming assessments. You can filter assessments by type by selecting from the drop-down, or leave it blank to see all assessments. An assessment type progress chart is also displayed here. Finally, there's a second image section where you can upload another image if you'd like. That's your complete dashboard overview. This concludes the Student Planner tutorial. With this planner, you can easily organize your assignments, tasks, schedules, finances, contacts, books, and habits all in one place, helping you stay productive and stress-free throughout your studies. So that's it. I hope this tutorial helps you easily set up your spreadsheet. Do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or concerns. Follow Marchborns on Etsy and YouTube for sneak peeks and new templates. Thank you.